everyone, this video is going to be about ATC cards, which are artist trading cards. If you haven't heard about them, they're kind of like trading baseball cards, only they're 3.5 by 2.5 cards that you've decorated yourself that has to do with card making, scrapbooking, or whatever you like. So I'd like to invite all of you to join my artist trading card club. If you're interested in something like that, you just go to my blog, which is thepieceofcraft.blogspot.com, and put in a request to join, and I'll send you all the information that you need. Make sure you leave your email. The only stipulation is you need to have a blog to be in this club. That way other members can visit your blog and leave you good comments about your ATC card. So basically you send in 11 cards each month. There's a certain deadline, and I'll email that to you later. And you'll get 11 cards back from various artists from all over. It's really neat. It's a great way to share ideas and see other people's talents. So once again, if you're interested, just shoot me an email or go to my blog and leave a request, and I'll send you all the information. Right now I'm going to work on my ATC cards for this month, so stick around. Okay, so here's the colors that I picked out, and I'm going to talk while I make these cards, just so those of you who don't know what ATC cards are can get an idea. You're going to want to cut 2.5 by 3.5 cards, or you can buy the pre-made or the pre-cut ATC cards by 7 Gypsies. I just cut my own because I like to use colored paper, and I hate pasting paper over paster when it's unnecessary. So you could do this, and then I'm putting this sheet in the middle so that the paper on the bottom borders it, and I cut this sheet into a 3 by 3. And this is going to be a Friends themed ATC card, maybe for like a card or whatever. So here I go. So for this I'm going to make a background with one of my acrylic stamps. If I could just get this cover off. And I'm just using my big block for this. And I'm going to put a little mat down so I don't get ink on my board here. So I'm going to stamp this in a really pretty sort of a burgundy red ink by Rubber Stampede. And I'm not going to make this ink real even on the stamp because I want it to look a little blotchy. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to emboss it with some clear, sparkly embossing powder. 12 of these. So I'm just making my own little patterned background here. Okay, and that's pretty good. Now I'm going to need my little embossing tray, which I think I actually have gotten black paint on. Okay, now I'm going to pour my sparkly clear embossing powder. This is why I don't really buy a lot of different color embossing powders, because I usually stamp over a lighter surface, and so I just use colored ink and it looks almost the same. Okay, now we need to heat set that. So I'm going to set this stuff aside. Hold that down. Always use a metal tool so that you don't melt plastic onto your work. Okay, so now I've got my really pretty, shiny, sparkly background paper. Now I'm going to ink the edges just to give it a finished look. And I'm going to need my makeup sponge and clip for this because I don't want to get my fingers dirty. And just go around the edge, nice and thick there. And I've actually got this little ATC card turntable from 7 Gypsies, which I'll show you quickly at the end of this video, which is really neat. So once you start collecting a bunch of ATC cards, so you can get one of those and save them all in there so you can just look through them. But ATC cards are great for getting inspiration from other artists. Okay, now I'm gonna glue that down. I'm actually going to, actually I'm not gonna use dimensionals on this one this time. And we're just sticking it on there. Okay, so there's the basic part of my card. Now I'm going to make a little embellishment to stick on there. I'm just going to remove my stamp from this block. And I've got this little stamp that's really cute. It says Friends for Life, and this is the stamp there. And what I did was I cut out some, I think these are 1.5 by 1.5 squares, and I'm not going to use the whole sheet of paper, but I just thought I would show you. And I'm going to take some craft ink here, and I'm just doing it in black so it shows up real good. And this, I'm covering this really well. I've never used this ink before, so I'm hoping that it works well. So just stamp that down. Ew, and that's like really, really blotchy, so I'm going to have to use a different ink for this because that is like yucky looking. So hang on a second while I go grab a different. Okay, I'm back and I've got a better ink this time. Again, it's Rubber Stampede. In case you didn't know, Rubber Stampede is one of my favorite inks, if not my favorite. So I'm covering my stamp really well. I hope this one turns out. I'm going to test it first on the back of that piece that I used earlier. I don't have any scrap paper, so I'm just going to do it in the corner here to make sure. Ew, and that's cool. It kind of looks like jeans in a way. Okay, so I'm going to use this ink. And we're just stamping it in the corner here. And now I'm just going to trim off the excess. And I'm going to put this piece on with dimensionals. And this is a fairly small piece, so I really don't need to put a dimensional in the middle. This should be plenty of support in all four corners. And I'm going to stick this in the corner here. I think that's where I'd like it to be. And now I need a little bit more texture, so I'm going to put some ribbon fiber on there. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go around the top there. Actually, you know what? I love putting charms on my ATC cards, so I'm going to go grab some. And I'm just going to use a piece of tape to stick it onto the back, because I'm going to cover the back of this with my information. That's another thing. On your ATC cards, you want to leave what number series the card is and your contact information, like your, not your home address or phone number or anything like that, just your URL to your website. Okay, so there's my really simple, cute ATC card. Take a look.